Hello, you guys. This is the One Piece King here in the morning. I think this is like one of those few videos I make in the morning. I don't know if this is the first or the second or what. Um, so I was looking at some gameplay and everything or yesterday, and yeah, it was like right after I made the video, I went to go and I went to go and kind of look on the media, and there was a buddy of mine that was saying like, there's gameplay, like actual gameplay footage of Katakuri, Big Mom, and Cavendish. I almost thought that he would have said Hawkins for a moment because I would have been like, okay, it's like I want to know one tiny thing with Hawkins, then I'm set with him, and that's the straw demon technique. I want to know if he's got that for his character in there because if not. It's like, okay, maybe like Hawkins is a 50-50, like I could like him, I could not like him, but it could be okay. Um, so whenever I got to watch like all three and everything, some like some kind of like plus points with this, kind of Curry most definitely. Um, Katakuri's got a lot of moves and everything that I've never would have expected him to have. Um, at first, this one move that I saw him do and everything, this gameplay video, was that he was kind of like shooting off little bullets or something from his finger. I thought that was I thought that was the jelly beans and stuff because there's a scene in the anime where he's kind of like tossing up a jelly bean and catching it, and basically he's like, you know what, like this is like a jelly bean shooter and everything, so guess what, pew 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 pew, like he does that and everything. He does that little maneuver. He goes and kind of flicks the jelly beans to go and hit his opponents and stuff, and somehow they're deadly jelly beans. But I don't think like what he's shooting out of his finger is jelly beans. I think that's I mean, I think it's a simpler form of a technique he's also used in the anime, not in the manga at all. Um, and it was I believe it was called the Mochi Bullet, I believe. And basically what it was like Katakuri, he kind of molded this Gatling gun or something out of mochi, hardened it, like basically kind of like hardened it up with armament hockey, and started shooting bullets like rapidly at Luffy during their fight. Like he was doing that. I don't know with the whole, the finger gun thing that he's doing. I don't know if it's like a much smaller version of that where it's just only his finger. Because if it is, I have no problem with that. I'd be like, okay, this dude's got like a whole arsenal of just attacks and moves to use, and not to mention he's kind of got like pew 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 pew, like he's got that and everything, so it's no problem to him. Um, I saw him, I saw him do this other move and everything, which I don't think has ever been shown in the series at all. And well, I think it's very obvious it wasn't in the series and stuff, and this was randomly made up and everything. But I thought it was pretty cool for him to have this move. Um, Katakuri, bottom half of his body turns into mochi, and it's like this sludge or whatever, like this mochi sludge that he goes and kind of like he moves, but it's like he's hitting the enemies with it at the same time. I thought it was almost going to be like a run attack where basically that's what he, would it turn into. Um, but no, that's not the case really. That's not the case. It's actually an attack that he goes and does that and everything. I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, well, that's one way to kind of speed up to the enemy sort of without doing the dashes and everything, because you gotta, yeah, the dashes would probably be a different button than X. I think it's R1 is the dash. Um, so he's got that, and I thought that was pretty cool. Um, I did see him do a move where it was the Zangiri Mochi, I believe is what it's called, or by the English translation, it's called Buzz Cut Mochi. I think is what it's called in the English. It's called Buzz Cut Mochi. Anyway, though, it's whenever he turns himself into this mochi donut and starts, kind of rolling around. and until he goes and hits an opponent and everything, or at least by like World Seeker standards when Katakuri was in there. He goes, like he'll go and spin in this donut form and everything that he's made of himself. He's still inside of it. Um, but once it goes and hits you, it's kind of like you're stuck in this little trap. He'll go and spin you around and then kind of just hit you up in the air and then like slam you back down, or you're stuck to it. Like he'll launch you up in the air and then yeah, like he'll launch you back. Like he'll launch you back down. Um, in the case of Pirate Warriors 4, it's somewhat similar to that, except like like it'll basically be like in a little bit of an extend and everything where he'll go and spin. He'll still hit the enemies and everything, but until he stops spinning and changes back to his normal form, if he goes and hits anybody, they'll be stuck to his arm there and everything, and basically like do the same thing like what he does. Kind of lifts them up in the air and then launches them back down. And basically I do like that and everything with that. Now that I think about it, there was this other ability and everything, and it actually made me question a little bit though, because I remember reading in the bio of Katakuri that it said that his observation, the kind of awakened form of it and everything, or at least the advanced form of it, would actually be really utilized and usable during the fights whenever you play as Katakuri. I saw an example of that, and it's not that I don't like it and everything. I expected it more to be like, to where like if you use it, you can see the opponents, start like ready to attack you. Like you can legit see the future and everything for a split second, and then you would basically move out of the way and everything. Like you would dodge all the opponent's attacks because you read that. But I guess another okay form of it is basically like of what they did is that they created like this form or whatever, or like it's like this circle and it can grow huge. I think you could charge it. I don't know like how far it can grow. I don't know. Um, but if the enemies get caught, in the circle, apparently, like there's gonna be like these tiny little freaking mochi donuts and everything, like they're in the air and kind of like phew, like they do the punches like that. I thought that was okay and stuff because I'm just thinking of it like, well, that's one way how to do it. That's one way how to take care of your enemies. But when I think of advanced observation, I'm thinking more of like, you already know the attack is going to be coming. You can move yourself out of the way, out of danger. Like, time would slow down, and it would be like, voop, 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 like Katakuri would basically just be dodging all these moves and possibly even doing what he did in the anime where or in the series in general where if you were to go and attack him and everything, the attacks would go right through him as if he's almost like a Logia, but he's not, like he just puts on that facade like, oh, you thought you're gonna hit me, whoop, like creating all these holes in his body, like, nope, you're not doing that. Like, that's what he'll do. But, in the game though, who knows, maybe there might be something like that and everything to where, you, like, it'd probably be like a setting with that where you can use the advanced observation for that, or you can use it for like dodging or basically taking attacks and stuff. Like basically, like I said, doing it like in the series and stuff. Which if I see any reference like that for Katakuri in the future, I would basically be like, this dude is broken as crap. Katakuri is broken. Like he's already broken already from what I saw the gameplay, but dude, imagine that. Like imagine Katakuri just like, future sight. He sees the attacks coming. He can either dodge it if he wants to, or you can go and take the hits, but it wouldn't do nothing to you because it's like, they'd pass right through you. Like if that legit was to happen, I'd be like, oh my God. It's like this dude's completely broken now. It's like okay, okay. It's like Katakuri, you went broken, dude. You went broken. Um, so yeah, there was that and everything. I think I did see a couple of moves that were familiar from one gameplay trailer that we got of him the first time. So there's nothing really to cover up with that and stuff because it's literally like the same stuff I covered up for him in his gameplay video and stuff where he's got some pretty good techniques and stuff, but it's like, at that time I was like, I'm expecting a little bit better and stuff. I'm expecting this character to be like broken to where he's like a favorite. And Bandai has proved me, kind of in that route that Katakuri is broken. Like, you know, at that point right there, he's like good broken, but with the little detail ideas I just gave for the advanced observation, imagine that. Like that would completely break the game for him. Like legit, Katakuri would be too much. It's like he'd already be leveled up to the max level in that game, and it's like, well, Katakuri's already the best. He's already the base character in this, Katakuri the wow, okay. Uh, that'd be legit funny, That'd be legit funny if you could kind of tinker around with the advanced observation where there's different modes of what you could do with it, whether like dodging attacks or taking them. If that was the case, I would have been like, oh yeah. It's like now we cooking here with Katakuri. We doing this. Let's see. I did see an awakening form and everything. I did see an awakening form, and basically what it is with him and everything is that don't know why they did that. I wish they would have had it where it was like a costume or something for him because a separation of the fights. Um Katakuri apparently goes and takes off, his little scarf that he's wearing to cover his mouth. He goes and takes that off and kind of throws it aside. Not only that though, but he's also doing the donut mochi technique. And legit, they actually stay in the air wherever he goes. Like if you go and move, it follows, And whenever he does a lot of attacks, they'll do the attacks too and everything. Um, and I think that if you do a lot more combos and everything, there's gonna be a lot more being used and everything, but it'll go back to being two once you're done. Uh, but yeah, when I saw that and everything, I'm like, that is destructive capabilities right there, dude. That is whoa. Like, awakening part of it, I wish could be more like I wish the awakening part could be more like I don't know, like his legit awakening where Katakuri could actually change the ground to mochi and he can actually control like the parts of the area to kind of, do that and everything, like controlling the ground to be like this, mochi sludge and kind of just like, throwing around everybody. Don't know if that's also an optional thing for the awakening changes or something, because I think you could change the awakenings as well. Um, but like if that's the case, boy, I'm just gonna be like, okay. Like if Katakuri can do that and everything, like, do exactly how the awakening is supposed to work, with this devil fruit ability, um, that is also broken. That is also broken. Like seriously, not gonna lie. Like you being an awakened devil fruit user, changing the ground to whatever your power is, whether it be string or mochi, because Dofi and Katakuri are the only ones that we know of in the series that are confirmed to be awakened users. So that's fair and said, really. Um, but yeah, though. You change it into, Mochi, because playing as Katakuri in the sense. Um, like, the ground will still look the same, it's just, you can control it to your own will, to where, you can kind of like, like, you can even, like, lift it up and make it look like it's a mochi sludge out of the ground, and literally just be like, yeah, I could even ride on this thing. I could treat it as if it's like my own little oh shoot, like my own little freaking what do you ride on those in like the skate parks or whatever, like on a skateboard and everything. It's like a skate rail or something like that. Basically, Katakari could be like doing some kind of skating maneuver, on freaking one of the mochi sludges and everything, treating it like a like a freaking grind, like a skate grind or something, like wee, like he's sliding by. Oh my god! Now I'm thinking too many good ideas for this character for it to be fun and everything. Like fun but powerful. Um, but yeah, like I said though, I kind of wish the awakening would be more of his awakened power with this fruit. Possibly might, they possibly might add that too in there. I don't know. If they do, that's like another thing of broken, material right there and everything. Because once you basically have it where the user that is already awakened can use their awakened powers like in the environment that they're in, that already tells me that it's like, okay, this is gonna be my favorite character now. This is gonna be my favorite character to play, you know? Which Katakuri was already my favorite. Like whenever Pirate Warriors 4 was still getting its character set, like way back before we even got Katakuri, we were still waiting for all the news and everything. We only got like a news of like few characters playable. But then whenever Katakuri got announced and everything, I was like, yes, yes. Like I was so pumped up. I was like, yes. His gameplay footage, I didn't argue too much about, but I was like, like could be done a little bit better and everything, just a little. It wouldn't hurt to like, kind of do a little bit of awakened moves and showing off some observation, the advanced observation. Like it wouldn't hurt to show that. Um, but no, like we got a good decent amount of it and everything during that point. But this footage that I watched and everything, that already took the cake, already like run off me, man. That already whoa, you know. Yeah, I'm like giving Katakuri too much credit in this gameplay. Holy crap. Um, so yeah, let's see. I'm trying to think of other moves he's got and everything. He does use the spear. Yeah, he does use the spear and everything, but I don't think he uses I don't know if they incorporated the Mochi thrust move in there where he basically is like holding oh shoot, I even forgot freaking what the freaking his weapon name is and everything. I don't think it's called Mole. I don't think so. Um Shoot, it's like this trident weapon that he carries and stuff. Not a spear, but it's a trident weapon that he carries. And I mean it's always inside of him all the time and stuff. But so like this attack though, which I hope they put it in the game because Kankari's got a lot to offer and everything. Dude's got a lot of moves he's shown up through the series and stuff, like legit. Um Basically what it is like, he kind of changes like, if he's holding the weapon and everything, like if he's holding the trident in his hand, he'll change, his kind of like his shoulder, I believe, into Mochi, kind of, or I think even his whole arm and everything with holding the weapon. I believe it's his entire arm up to his shoulder. And he'll kind of do like a spinning maneuver of it and everything. Like he'll go and spin it rapidly and kind of like, just yeah, like kind of just do it like that and everything, you know. And like I think that'd be a pretty cool move and everything because in World Seeker, Mochi Thrust was definitely used in there and everything, which, I thought was like pretty cool, but he was using it more in the air instead of it being like up front. But in this case, in Pirate Warriors 4, I could definitely see it being more both, where it could be like in the air or even on the ground, and it could be really fast with it too, where like it'd be really cool and everything. It'd be really good. But yeah. But shoot, now I'm trying to think of like other moves that he had and everything because like two or three of them did deal with Mochi moves and everything. One of them, like I think one of them really fits well and everything of what happened in the series, um it's like he kind of traps the enemies in like this mochi like swirl or something, almost like a mochi cake or something, or even a mochi itself, like if you've seen and had mochi before, I wonder if it tastes good, you know, because like at first whenever I go and look at mochi and everything, like I think at one point I was wanting to go and make a video on, how I feel about the mochi fruit, because of the fact of its whole meaning is dough. Like it's just like sticky and flavory dough, and I'm just like, oh, I I don't know. Like, does that really pertain to rubber at all? I mean, the sticky part, sure, because like it's basically showing that, there's like an upper variant of, devil fruit users. Obviously, we've seen that a few times. In this case, it's Luffy and Katakuri to show which one has the better one. I think that was like the real challenge, was to see who had the better, who had like the better fruit power here. Like, was it the mochi, or was it, the gum gum? Like, which one? You know, mochi versus gum, or gum versus mochi, whichever way you want to go and do it, or mochi versus rubber. Like you get the idea basically. It's all like that and everything. But but maybe that might be a topic for a video and everything, because I remember I did a post for Katakuri, for his devil fruit and everything, because this was like a rant one time. I was kind of, checking through and everything, because I was all like, what exactly is mochi? I'm curious, because he, like, the way how I'm looking at it, it's always like this white, like he's always doing like these white doughish looking techniques and stuff and everything, and apparently it's supposed to be like it's sticky dough and everything. So I was like, what exactly is it? I went to go and look it up and everything. It gave me a definition, it gave me images, and basically what I got out of it was like, yeah, mochi apparently was like this, sticky dough that could also be flavored and everything. Like it's actually a snack. And I'm like, so it's like the way how I looked at it and everything was like Luffy was fighting a man who literally is like a human snack. Are you kidding me? It's like, okay, I mean, the way how he uses the fruit, I'm not gonna lie, is the best way how to use it. He's got so many techniques, so many stuff to do with it and everything, but it's just, at that point, it's like I don't know. I really don't know. It's like I said, I went on a rant about that because I'm just like, this is really weird and ridiculous on how it's like, how does this pertain to rubber? This doesn't make any sense. But then, I started kind of thinking a little bit. It's like, oh, it's the sticky part of the ah. It's like, okay, I'll give you that one. I'll let that slide, but as of like everything else though, it's so complicated and everything. Like it's so complicated and weird. But you know what? Like it's fine, that's behind me. I learned to accept it, I guess, but I don't know, still coming in a little bit of terms with Katakuri's power. It's like, it's a cool power how you use it. But let's say example, some idiot uses it, like some idiot okay, like Foxy technically was an idiot with his powers, so let's say he had it. I don't think Foxy would have definitely used it to his greatest advantage like Katakuri does, like not to a form where Foxy would not even awaken it, but Katakuri would, because training would take like a lot, it takes like a lot of years to train, to train it to become like to basically make it to where it's like the best, you know. In which case, with Foxy, with his actual fruit, the slow fruit, like, he knows how to use it, but to its fullest capabilities, he does not understand that if he truly trains with it, like, a slow beam would be like, 30. Okay, his normal slow beam would only work like 30 seconds, You know, it only worked 30 seconds. If I remember correctly, it was like 30 seconds of a slow beam. You won't be able to move for a while, and then, they could do whatever they like to you. They can either, like, mess with you, they could they could punch you, they could do a lot of stuff to you. But, but you only got like 30 seconds though. But imagine, like, the training that Foxy would actually give and everything to the fruit. Like, if he actually would do it and everything. Time skip happens. He does the training, with this fruit and all that. Not really gonna go into hockey base with that because I don't see him getting any. But with the training of his fruit though, because I guess that's what he's relying on. Um, imagine like the time period of it being like a minute, like around like 60 seconds, which is equal to a minute. A whole minute of being slow, and you can literally do a lot of damage to a person and everything. Like, imagine that. If he was to train it up for like that much and everything, that'd be pretty cool, because you got like a whole minute to beat the crap out of your opponent and everything when you're in a serious fight and you use your powers. It's like, oh yeah, you thought you were gonna hit me, but you're not, because now you're gonna have a whole minute of just like it's gonna be them moving so slow, and it's gonna be like, yep, whole minute, I can just sit here, kind of kill a couple of seconds away, get up, punch you around a bit, sit back down, and then, kind of have my little watch here and kind of just be doing the countdown, like, now, and then, whoop, and there you go. But, yeah, training, with the fruit and everything, especially those types, would take forever and everything. Like, well, not really forever, but they take a very long time though, because you gotta truly master it and everything. Um, let's see. So yeah, there was like that one mochi cake move he did. He also had it where there was like these mochi pillars. Like they don't stay for long and everything. I think it's part of a combo attack or something. But there's like these mochi pillars that get created out of nowhere, or probably out of the ground, I must say. And I found it so weird. I was like, where did these come from? Like, where did these come from? Like, this is so weird. Um, I don't know. Like, it was so weird with Katakuri's, little mochi pillars and stuff. Like, if I go and get the game whenever it comes out, like in March, and I play as Katakuri, and like, I'll go in detail with this character, like, alright, it's like, let's see what you can really do, okay? Like, let's see what you can really do. Let's figure this out. Like, let's figure out how most of these moves work. Let's see how, like, the dynamic of these moves, like, what situations would they be good in, and, kind of all that and everything. Because, whenever I would go and play Pirate Warriors 3, I would go and do all the moves of the characters and everything, like, kind of give them a test and be like, huh, this is what this is what the move does and everything. Like, let's see how much it really does. Like, is it really a good effect or is it a bad effect? Um, some characters, kind of show off really well and everything, and others are more like, doing like this tiny little bit of damage and everything. Okay. If you're like if you're a Perona lover out there, I'm not saying I hate the character in general. It's just, with her gameplay, in Pirate Warriors 3, like, I played her before. I've maxed out, her level to 100. Perona was not my favorite to play because of the fact of, like, yeah, she has the hollow fruit. She uses, a lot of ghosts and everything. And it's like, I've only, like, legit only used one move and everything. And that was the Kamikaze Wrap, which, basically is like her creating like this giant ghost and everything that, goes and explodes and everything. Like, she can go and snap her fingers and it'll explode. Um, but yeah, that's the only move I've really been using and everything. It's been really helpful and stuff, because, like, it's a bigger, like, ghost, and it, kind of takes out a lot of group of enemies out of my way. But, as for other moves and everything, it seems more like, it seems more like she's got more moves, connected to her ability to make people like, depressed. And I'm more of just looking at it like, well, I mean, it fits, but I wish it would be more like, almost where it's like half that and half like other good attacks that she has that could actually do a lot more, you know. But no, a lot of the attacks that she has and everything, most definitely, yeah, most of the attacks that she has and everything most definitely does, come with a whole, making people depressed and stuff. And that's why I'm like, I'm sorry, Perona, like, you're an okay character, but you're not my favorite to play in this game. You're like on the low weak tier and everything. Like if I had to go and do like a tier list of all the Pirate Warriors 3 characters, like of the ones that I've played or all of them, Perona would be on the lowest because in my opinion, Perona did not have a lot to offer and everything. Like as in the forms of like her, her attack and all that kind of stuff, like all of her moves did not have a lot to offer. Like, yeah, I guess you could say I could raise her up a little bit because, kind of making the people depressed and then pressing the R1 basically to kind of just, get all the enemies that are depressed out of the way and doing that. I guess, but in all reality though, that wasn't really my cup of tea to do and everything because I'm like, no, like I don't want to use like much status effects on freaking like my enemies and everything because like why would I go and do that whenever I can literally just go and beat them up and everything, like just get them out of the way, like you see what I mean? It's so freaking weird that I have to go and have some characters with the status like doing status effects like that and everything whenever I don't have to, you know like some of the characters could put on status effects and stuff, but other ones are more like, do you have to? Like, do you have to really? Because you don't have to if you don't want to. And I'm like, but I don't want to. So thank you. So yeah, Perona most definitely is still on the low tier for me and everything. I still need to get back to making the list of all, my experiences of the Pirate Warriors 3 characters and stuff because that's gonna be changing up and everything a couple months, later whenever I get Pirate Warriors 4, get all the characters, even DLC included, and test them all out. Because that's pretty cool. So yeah. I think that covers up a bit for Katakuri because only one tiny thing though is that whenever he's awakened and everything, um whenever he does the the advanced observation circle mode and everything with the circle that he does, um that actually gets changed out to where there's like these mochi donuts that appear like even as a circle I think around him or something that kind of punch the enemies out of the way. So I like that they did that because of the fact that now it seems like the advanced observation really hits in and it's like they can hit from any direction. So I found that to be pretty cool. Let's see. There was the Big Mom gameplay and the Cavendish and everything. Guess the only thing to really say about Cavendish though, just getting him out of the way and stuff. Well, I mean, Big Mom I'll get out of the way too and stuff because somewhat of the stuff and everything, it seemed like it was also, shown in the gameplay trailer of Big Mom and everything because, it to me it's not really much of a change or a difference because, Big Mom is kind of like, you know, but but Cavendish though, I almost thought it was gonna be Hawkins for a second, but it was Cavendish. Cavendish is really good in his slashes and everything. He's really quick. He's really, fast. Um, and I guess I found it okay with a lot of his, slashes and everything. But one thing that kind of drove me to be like something went wrong here a little bit, and it was the fact that you have to like in order to awaken Hakuba, which by the way, Hakuba is like fast as crap. Like seriously, he's even more like he's got more of the speed than Cavendish ever does. Like dude could zoom all over the place and be like, whoop, like he'll be he'll be in one spot and then move to another and already be done with the enemies like that. And that's why I'm just like, wow, it's like Cavendish, or Hakuba, you're my favorite. It's like there's got to be a way to like, play as Hakuba without, without having to do this awakening crap or something. There's got to be another way. And if there is, I'm going to abuse that. I'm going to be like, I'm doing a Hakuba route, okay? Like if I want to get stuff done faster, I'm doing Hakuba. Hakuba's got to be my boy. Hakuba's got to be like zooming everywhere and just annihilating everybody. That's what I want and everything. I want like all the stuff out of my way and everything, like to really be speedy, to speed run the crap and just be done with it. But that's only like I don't think I want that for story missions, but I want that for like, like for a relative like Dreamwalk or even like online battles and stuff. I would definitely put Hakuba in that, in that instance, too, because, there's the big boss battles. I think you can fight other characters as well, take over territories, do all that. I could just have Hakuba just literally just zooming all over the place and just taking care of that in an instant. Like, it's not even a problem. And I could just, like, press a few buttons and the game would already be done. Like, the mission would already be done, and I'd be like, Hakuba got my okay. Hakuba's the boy, he's the GOAT. Um, you know, but yeah, that's all I really have to say though is that with Cavendish, his regular moves, they're fine, I guess. Whenever we get it, like more of them later on, there'll be more to offer with him. Hakuba though, I really like him a lot more than Cavendish though, because dude's got the speed. Like I said, you want to speed run a game? Hakuba is the one. Hakuba is the dude. To speed through everything, to speed run a game. So there you go with that. Speed running character, Hakuba's your guy. All right, Hakuba's your guy. I guess Katakuri could be the one too, because Katakuri can, with his destructive capabilities and stuff, can kind of do a lot of that too. Now Big Mom, I mean, the only thing that really kind of got me a bit, kind of off about Big Mom a bit though was like, hmm. Yeah, the only thing that got me off about Big Mom a bit though was like, whenever you go into the awakening and everything, and like she is using all three at once, like she's using Zeus, she's using Prometheus for her hair and everything, and she's using Napoleon as her sword. I mean, I found it as a cool detail that, she did that and everything, but, I'm more or less kind of looking at it like, okay, what about, what about if there's a way, or it's either like a costume or some type of form or something where Zeus is not being rode on, but it's Prometheus. I mean, there's something sort of like that, but that's like, one of the, I think, combo attacks or one of the dash attacks in her awakening state and stuff, like where she actually does ride on Prometheus. Um, but I wish that was more of a forever thing because, in the series, when she doesn't have Zeus anymore, because Zeus is kind of all out of power, he's been taken out, mostly stolen by Nami in that case. Nami has stolen Zeus. Which is actually pretty cool that now Nami has Zeus. But anyway, though, but with Big Mom though, like, would we see her riding on Prometheus? Like, would we see that? And not only that, but but would we also see, but would we also see, like Napoleon also covered in fire? Because, like Napoleon kind of, is the sword, but whenever they were trying to run away from Big Mom and everything, and Big Mom lost Zeus, she was mainly relying on Prometheus's, abilities and everything with the fire, and kind of put Napoleon on fire, but that was supposed to be part of like, part of her special techniques or her plan, for her attacks and everything because, they don't have Zeus, so it's kind of hard to kind of be like, all right, plan B, like freaking Prometheus fire, in my Napoleon sword. huzzah, fire slashes now, you know? Um, which I don't know. Like that's the way how I'm looking at it and everything. Big Mom does have Ikoku sovereignty, I believe. Yeah, it's supposed to be Ikoku. Which she uses, she uses and everything whenever she goes in, kind of slashes with Napoleon and everything, and I found that to be pretty cool. Um, like she's got some destructive capabilities with her moves and everything, but the only thing that I'm kind of, a bit like thinking for with Big Mom is like, what about the hockey form of it and everything? Like, Big Mom doesn't have to put hockey into Napoleon. Like, she never did that in the series at all, but Big Mom has shown that, she's got armament and everything. She's got armament and everything. Um, don't really know about observation that well and everything. I don't know if she lacks that or if it's like, does she need it? So, yeah, there you go with that and everything. Conquerors, I think Big Mom definitely has that. Or I don't know if she has that or not. If she does, why didn't they give that to her and everything as like either like one of her special attacks or something? Because Big Mom most definitely is an Emperor of the Sea. She's not to be messed around with, you know. Um, like I was also trying to look around and everything through her attacks and stuff, and I didn't see that Big Mom was using anything of a like as a soul related ability. Like in her gameplay footage when it was just a trailer, it was basically showing that Big Mom can do something with the souls, like suck the souls out of the people and everything. I don't know. I don't like now. I'm really trying to think of like the effect of that. Like the chess soldiers are basically, they use the souls of the citizens in Whole Cake Island in order to kind of live. Like that's how the chess soldiers live. If like if Big Mom removes it, like if the souls get removed out of them and everything, the chess soldiers are basically, like they're not living anymore. They're dead, or like in this case though, they just got the souls, taken out of them and everything, and therefore, they're sort of like this, the puppets, and the puppets cannot move unless they have something to help them move, with it and everything. And in this case though, they needed the souls in order to kind of be their strings to move. Um, but yeah. But now I'm just thinking that if you play as Big Mom and, do the Whole Cake Island stages and stuff where you got all these, the chess soldiers everywhere and stuff, if you use the move to go and like drain the souls or steal the souls out of the chess soldiers, does that mean that that's like an instant kill right there? Like, does that mean it's an instant KO? Because if it does, that just makes Big Mom OP in her home territory. I mean, she's already OP in her home territory to begin with because she's done all these moves and stuff. But, Big Mom, in terms of the game, would definitely be OP in her home turf. Like, she would already just be this overpowered character, and it's like, welp, we, we can't stop that. We can't stop that. It's like, you really can't. You're screwed, So, there's that and everything. Um, and whenever I was also watching the gameplay footage for all three, Cavendish, was more like a while and everything. I wanted to see all of his moves and even the awakening with Hakuba. I wanted to see that, and I got to see that. That was actually pretty cool. And Big Mom, I didn't get to watch it all the way through, but it's basically like what I watched with the Katakuri gameplay, where it was like, doing the entire Whole Cake Island mission and stuff with Katakuri. And, it's the same with Cavendish and, Big Mom. So I was like, well, I don't want to I don't want to rewatch the whole mission because I just watched it on Katakuri's. So, which by the way, shout out to Maru Toxie and everything for that one and everything. He goes and posts game content, but he also goes and, posts One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 content as well and everything. Like, if there was some gameplay footage like what I said just now, I watched it from, his channel right there and everything. So shout out to his channel right there and stuff because, oh boy, like, thanks to him, now it gives me a greater perspective to love Cavendish and Katakuri, and I guess Big Mom even a bit more than than kind of what I expected to. Like, I've already loved Katakuri. Cavendish was more like, we'll see what he's got. Big Mom, well, Big Mom's an emperor and everything, so having more emperors to play, that already gives you, like, wow. Um, so yeah, there was that and stuff, but whenever through the mission and everything, Brulee's player model and everything, or at least like in the dialogue, we did get to see Brulee speaking. Sadly, I didn't even get to see Brulee, make an appearance as like a boss or something, and I thought we would have, you know, like you had to fight fake Luffy's and everything, and I'm like, well, that's not a problem. Like you don't, like it's basically fighting a Luffy, but but I'm just sitting here looking at it like, okay, why wasn't there a Brulee, in here somewhere? Like, if there is, that means that, legit she's hiding somewhere as if that's like a secret mission or something, like it's like a secret side mission to where you actually can run up to Brulee and everything, like where she's hiding at. You can run up to her and basically be like, oh, this is where you were. It's like, hello, Brulee. It's like, do you mind if I kind of just, yeah, you know? And just start out the fight that way, because it would get all the fake Luffy's out of your way. Possibly. I don't know if that'll work that way or not, but who knows, really. Um, so there was that, but I also did notice that with the costumes, with the straw hats and everything, I think Luffy's was definitely him wearing the black shirt when he goes to fight Katakuri in the mirror world. I would say the second half and everything, because first half he's wearing the red shirt and everything. He's got the black under it. Um, Nami is wearing her new world outfit that she's worn since, the return of Sabaody and everything, which I thought was pretty lame. I was like, dude, it's Whole Cake Island. Come on. Like, out of all people and everything, to really just do that and everything, like, yep, it's just as I suspected and everything. Like, I don't know if it's only just a troll. I don't know if it's more like, oh yeah, you're gonna be seeing, like, you're only just looking at the gameplay footage of what we got right here and everything. But, we still have until March. We could switch stuff around and everything, make it to where costumes are exact. We're not gonna be lazy with this. It's just a tiny little detail, so that way we don't have to hear you fans complaining about costumes being wrong. It's like, we've been doing that for like 3 games. What are you talking about? I mean, well, Pirate Warriors 2 doesn't count, but for the first and the third one, yeah, for the 2 games here, that's what we complain about the most, because it's like, you screwed up because, just stop. But I tried to look at Carrot though. I don't know or think that Carrot is wearing the same outfit that she wears when she is leaving Whole Cake Island, like when she transforms into the Sulong. I don't think she's wearing the same one. I'll have to go back and check again, because if Carrot is wearing the green and everything, like she's got, I think it was supposed to be like an orange hat and this green dress that she's wearing. Or I think it's supposed to be sort of like a dress. I'm not sure what exactly. I think it's almost like a dress, sort of, and everything. It's cute on Carrot, but if I see her wearing that and everything, for her like player model and stuff on Whole Cake, I'm like, you're giving a bit too much credit for Carrot, but not the Straw Hats, because the Straw Hats went through, costume changes in Whole Cake Island as well and everything. Luffy, went and wore the white shirt and everything. The white shirt, the red pants, the yellow sash. Um, and he also had like this turban hat or something on his head with a straw hat and everything. Like he was wearing that. Um, like Luffy was wearing all that and everything. Nami was wearing like this white. It was also sort of like a dress, sort of like what Carrot was wearing and everything. Like she was wearing that, and there you go with that. Chopper definitely was wearing something different. I'm trying to remember what Chopper was wearing, because like I'm saying though, a lot of them went through costume changes and stuff. I didn't see Brooke. Yeah, I didn't see Brooke, so that's already making me think that, yeah. if Brooke wasn't there with them and everything to the seducing woods or something, I think yeah, Brooke went with Pedro, in the Sharks Submerged 3. Yeah, the Sharks Submerged 3, um, to kind of go and sneak around into the city and kind of do their base of operations over there. Um, but yeah, though, it's just I wish they would have got costumes right and everything because it wouldn't hurt to fit that detail in there and everything. Like, Luffy wasn't wearing his black shirt when he went to go and fight Sanji. He was wearing the white shirt and everything, Like, he was wearing the white shirt with the red pants with the black or not black sash, but yellow sash. He, like, basically was doing that and everything. Like, he was wearing that for the beginning majority of Whole Cake Island in the beginning whenever he arrived there and everything. That's what he was wearing. As for the part of him leaving, yeah, he was wearing the black and everything. Like, he was wearing the black shirt and the red pants and the yellow sash. But he was wearing all that when he was leaving. He wasn't, it's not like he was wearing that, like, to begin with and stuff. So, I mean, I hope that basically they give us those costumes and stuff, but not as, like, either. I hope it's not DLC, is what I'm trying to say. I hope it's not DLC, because if it's DLC, like, costumes are DLC and everything like that. I'm sorry, but, that just shows that they were being lazy again, because Pirate Warriors 3, they kind of did the same thing, especially, with Perona. Perona, whenever you go and first meet her at Thor Bark and everything, Perona is actually wearing, she's wearing her time skip outfit, like what you see her wearing in the New World, saga and everything. She's not supposed to be wearing that when you meet her at Thor Bark. She's supposed to be like, she's supposed to be like how she was whenever you first see her in the series and stuff. Not like that. And what Bandai did during that time was that they actually released a DLC costume, like it was in a DLC bundle pack, and it was Perona's like pre-time skip outfit and everything, like whenever you meet her at Thor Bark. And I'm just like face palming at that. I'm like, why did you do that and everything? Like, yeah, like this is what I'm doing and everything. I'm just like literally face palming, rubbing my own head, and I'm like, why did you do that? Like, legit, Perona's supposed to look like this when we see her at Thor Bark. She's not supposed to look like this other. This is ridiculous, you know? They also had Nami's bride dress and everything, which that was Thor Bark related. I don't know why I don't know why they wanted to skip that and everything, because Nami was wearing a bride dress for a while. Before she changed out and everything to wear a different outfit and stuff. Like, she wasn't always wearing the bride outfit and stuff, but it was like during the time of like dealing with Absalom and everything, like she was wearing that. Um, which I hope we get Thor Bark and everything, like a revamped version and everything in Pirate Warriors 4 of Thor Bark. Hopefully we might get like all the Mysterious Four this time, where we get, Hogback, we get Absalom, and we also get Perona and everything along with Mortia. Like, we get them all, Because if we only just get Mortia and Perona again, I'm just gonna be like, dude, dude, Absalom, Absalom plays a relevant role to the story too, because of the fact that, not only did he save, his captain from getting killed at the war, but, his devil fruit has also been stolen and everything. Like, he got killed, and got his devil fruit stolen by the Blackbeard pirates and everything, by Shiryu, because Shiryu, is using his fruit now, like, it's just like, come on. Hogback, I mean, yeah, I could understand why Hogback wouldn't make much of an appearance and everything. Like, I can see Hogback being in a cutscene and stuff, possibly having a player model, like maybe an NPC, sort of. But as an actual playable character, though, I don't really know about Hogback and everything, because Hogback didn't really show to have many abilities and everything. I mean, the only thing what would really be going for him and everything, if he was a playable character, would be like summoning Sindri as support for like the entire time. Like, I'm not even joking. Literally, would be like, Sindri, could you throw some plates at those guys and everything? Because apparently, those people over there said they love plates. It's like, I think all plates in the world should die. You know, like they should all be broken and everything. There should not be a single plate in the world that should live, and just starts throwing plates. You know, like starts throwing plates at you or the enemy and everything. Like like I guess that's the only thing I could see though and everything because Sentry hasn't really, you know, like I said, I could see them as NPCs, like have their own player models and cutscenes and be NPCs and stuff, but they wouldn't be legit playable characters because I just don't see that much with Hogback and Sentry. They don't have potential at all to grow. They don't. Like, they were there for that one arc and everything, and I know what I said about NPCs. Basically, like, NPCs have a role. They have a role, too, to be playable. But in the instance with Hogback, though, I mean, like I said, they would only be, shelling out support from Sentry and having her throw plates, you know. Or if Sindri was ever a playable character, that's her only good thing and stuff would basically be her just throwing plates and basically just like smashing plates on people. It'd be like, yeah, throwing plates and doing all this is my specialty. It's like you're gonna feel my wrath, like you're gonna feel my wrath with plates, and it's like, okay, but yeah, but like I said though, I really hope with costumes they get right and everything because already looking at freaking Whole Cake Island and stuff, I'm already kind of like a bit Wano and everything with like I see Wano gameplay footage and stuff like way before I see Luffy wearing his New World outfit and I'm like, that sort of makes sense because in the beginning when Luffy arrives in Wano, that's exactly what he's wearing and stuff until he later changes like later on, he changes to wear the kimono and become Luffy Taro. Zoro, on the other hand, is wearing his New World outfit in that, and I'm like, no, Zoro, you're supposed to be wearing Zorojiro. You're supposed to be wearing that because, remember, you're blending in. You're the Ronin, you're supposed to, blend in Wano and not be suspicious. Because if you're wearing that, people are going to look at you and be like, this guy's an outsider. We have not seen him before, you know. It's like, sir, what is your name? It's like, oh, it's Zoro. It's like, yeah, we definitely have not seen this guy before, but if he's wearing Zorojiro, like he's basically in the fashion of Wano, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, we've seen Zorojiro before. This dude's walked down the streets, a couple of times. It's like, he kind of is the silent guy and everything, but he's enjoying himself and stuff each and every day. He fine, you know. Now that's making me think with the other Straw Hats and stuff, because we actually got to like, we actually did get to look at what, all the other Straw Hats, with their Wano aliases all became and stuff. Like, I mean, the only ones we really got to look at, though, and everything that are in the game and stuff, like, we obviously have Luffy Taro, we have Zorojiro, Onami, and then we have Osoba Mask. I wish we had Sangoro, as well with that, because, Sangoro then would change into Soba Mask and stuff. Like, I'd be like, oh. It's like, that's not bad, because that's exactly what he does in the series, Like, Sangoro changes to Soba Mask. It's like, yay. Um, let's see, Choppermon, or Choppermon, as I like to go and kind of do it and everything, Choppermon. Which basically Chopper's a little ninja, it's adorable. I don't really know what they'll call Carrot. Would they call her like O Carrito or something like that? Or O Carrot? And which basically Carrot also looks adorable in what she's wearing. Let's see. Usopp is Usohachi, so there definitely should be, a Wano costume for him and stuff, most definitely. Frankie, Frenosuke, Robin, Orabi, and, Brooke is Bonkichi. I don't know if that's really what they call him and everything, but that's what Momo calls him, so I guess that's what we're going with? I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's what we're going with, but I hope all the Straw Hats basically just get Wano costumes in the game, like all 9 of them, because, they technically did get Wano costumes, they blend in. Like, Soba Mask should not be the only costume for Wano for Sanji. I think it should be Sangoro, that should be, fitting regularly well, but then, Soba Mask, which I think Soba Mask would have some features with that costume and stuff where, you can even activate the camouflage and basically be like, zoom, I can basically beat you up and be camouflaged at the same time, and it's like, bruh. It's like the enemies don't even know where we're at. It's like this is so funny, you know. I actually hope we get that because I would love to just troll the enemies for a bit and everything, like troll the sub enemies and even the bosses. Like, it'll be like where I'm here 1 minute and then I'll be like, oh yeah, you think you see me, like you see me here. I turn on the camouflage, but now you don't. And then I'll just be zooming by, beating them up and everything, and I'll be like, ha 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 ha. It's like, you can't see me, you can't see me. Like, it'd be a funny little joke. It'd be like, it's like I'm having too much fun with this and everything. Like, the enemies could, attack, like, my allies and stuff, and that seems kind of cruel and bad. But I could also be, like, it may seem bad, but I could be helping by being stealthy, because, get it? Stealth black. Like, I could be, stealthy and just kind of beat them all up and everything. I'd be like, oh yeah, like, you're probably wondering how all of them are getting beat up and everything. That was me. It's like, that was my job and everything. That was also a mask, you know? But, yeah. But basically, though, it's just, I hope costumes do get utilized and everything, or corrected for each and every arc and everything, because, like I said in one video with the costumes and everything, or with the Annie's lobby, with Zoro's white shirt, it was definitely a troll. Zoro's white shirt and everything in Annie's lobby was definitely a troll. Like, because we hated the yellow jacket so much, Bandai is just like, okay, you won't see the yellow jacket ever again, and it's just Zoro wearing the white t-shirt the whole time. And it's like, okay, now we know you're trolling us. Give him the yellow jacket for Annie's lobby, but don't give him the yellow jacket for, like, the entire freaking arcs and everything in the series, because that's not what he wears. Like, give him proper outfits for him to wear and everything. The white shirt was a sometimes. Like, he sometimes wore it throughout the arcs and everything. But then he changed, he changed in Skypiea. He changed in, let's see, he changed in Skypiea. He changed in, not Longland, no. Not in Thorbark either, no. Let's see. Sabaody he did. Okay, Sabaody he did change because he was wearing a red and white striped shirt and everything. Alabasta he sort of did. He was wearing like this sand cloak or this desert cloak in the beginning, but like you get what I mean and everything. Let's see. Also trying to think further ahead. Maybe 32Y costumes can also be utilized in there and everything, because that'd be cool. Giving Brooke an actual, like, rocking guitar and stuff, like, like basically what he got and everything during his training and stuff. He got a rock guitar. But with Zoro, though, he'd be covered in bandages and everything. He'd be wearing, like, it's like this dark shirt or something, like this dark open shirt and stuff, still covered in bandages and everything. But it'd be like this dark shirt and stuff with the black pants that he wears, and that would be Zoro. That'd be 32Y Zoro. As for New World and everything, Metals definitely should already be having the arcs match for her, the outfit and everything. Like, come on. But, wow, this is a really long video and everything. Did not expect it to be that long and stuff, but I guess I was really excited and pumped to see the gameplay footage and everything, and, I guess hoping to see more, future content and stuff, because, tiny little thing to mention, I did see Diamante as NPC, and, because it was by Alex Swag's, gameplay screenshots video. By the way, also shout out to him. But whenever I saw Diamante in there and everything, I'm like, Diamante is going to be playable, no doubt. Like, that's already a Dofi commander right there. That's already a Dofi crew member, alright? That's already utilized right there and everything. Pika probably might make it and everything, because Pika's also in there, like, sort of, as a big boss battle, but you get the idea. But anyway, though, yeah, this will be the end of the video right here. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Leave a like on the video, and comment down below of your thoughts of, what you think could be, like, the more future of, like, what we could get more of with these characters. And also, what is, like, what's also your opinion with the costumes still not being corrected and stuff? Because, like, we keep telling them to correct it all the time and everything. And And even though they give us like the bundles and stuff, like these are costume bundles that you could, like you could still get them as a pre-order or something else. I'm more of just like, no, it's like we should get those already. Like those are legit already things and stuff because you're making it unfair. So, you know, but yeah, but leave a comment down below and everything about that too because I really think they're trolling us right now. Like it's like they want us to think we're not getting any, but then by the time the game comes like nearly out, we're gonna get them. So yeah, like really, it's gonna basically make me feel like wow, I got trolled. Taking back all my statements about what I said in my videos, but you know what? That's fine. But anyway, though, I hope all of you have a wonderful day and everything. I'm probably gonna be playing me some Jump Force today, because just creating Jump Force content as well. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.